Imagine standing at a crossroads, unsure of which path to take, weighed down by the pressures of life's uncertainties. Now, picture having a clear roadmap to guide you, no matter the storm. This is the power of Stoicism, a philosophy that's been around for centuries but holds the keys to mastering modern life. Stoicism offers life-altering wisdom that empowers you to navigate challenges with resilience and grow stronger through adversity. But how exactly does it do that? In today's video, we're diving into 9 Stoic principles that can shift your mindset, fuel your growth, and lead you toward a more fulfilling life. We'll uncover secrets to taking control of your emotions, thriving through life's constant changes, and cultivating the inner peace we all seek. And by the end, you'll have practical tools you can start using today to level up your life. Before we begin, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a chance to tap into more life-transforming wisdom. If you find these insights valuable, leave a comment below and share which principle resonates with you most. Let's start this journey together. 1. Focus only on what you can control. Have you ever caught yourself spiraling over something completely out of your hands? Maybe it was a delayed flight, or maybe someone's harsh words stuck with you for far too long. Now imagine flipping the script, letting go of what's beyond your control and focusing solely on what's within your power. This is one of the core teachings of Stoicism, known as the dichotomy of control. At its heart, Stoicism teaches us that life is full of things we simply cannot control: other people's actions, random misfortunes, or even world events. But what we can control is how we respond to them. The ancient Stoics, like Epictetus, would remind us that our peace of mind depends on mastering our own thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, not trying to bend the world to our will. Take Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor. Despite leading battles and facing political turmoil, he remained calm and collected, not by trying to control the external chaos, but by focusing on how he reacted to it. Ask yourself, what's one thing you've stressed about recently that was completely out of your control? How would your life change if you redirected that energy towards something you can control, like your mindset or actions? Reflecting on this can be a game changer. And this idea of focusing on what's within your reach is just the beginning. Next up, we're going to explore how Stoics not only embrace control, but welcome change as a catalyst for personal growth. So stick around. You won't want to miss this. 2. Embrace change as growth. Think back to a time when your world was flipped upside down, maybe a job change, a move to a new city, or even the end of a relationship. Did you resist it, or did you see it as a chance to grow? The Stoics believed that change isn't just inevitable, it's the spark that ignites personal transformation. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." For the Stoics, every change, whether it's expected or sudden, is an opportunity to practice virtues like courage, flexibility, and resilience. Marcus Aurelius, facing both personal and political turmoil as emperor, didn't shrink from change. Instead, he leaned into it, using every obstacle as fuel for personal growth. Imagine the pressure of leading an empire through wars and internal strife. Yet, through his Stoic lens, Marcus found the strength to adapt, thrive, and lead with clarity. Now think about your own life. What's one recent change that felt overwhelming? Instead of resisting it, ask yourself, what can this change teach me? How can I grow from it? Shifting your mindset can turn any challenge into an opportunity to evolve into a stronger version of yourself. This principle of embracing change leads directly into another powerful Stoic practice, daily reflection and mindfulness, which helps ground us in the present and keep us aligned with our goals. Stay tuned, because up next, we'll dive into how you can integrate this transformative habit into your life. 3. Practice daily mindfulness and reflection. Imagine starting your day with clarity, knowing exactly what your goals are and how to stay grounded amidst the chaos. Now, picture ending your day by reflecting on your actions, evaluating your progress, and setting intentions for tomorrow. This is the power of mindfulness and reflection, a key practice the Stoics relied on to stay centered and focused. One of the most powerful tools the Stoics used for self-growth was daily reflection. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, would end his day by journaling, asking himself questions like, "What did I do well today? Where did I falter? And how can I improve tomorrow?" This daily practice allowed him to continually refine his character and stay aligned with his values, no matter what challenges came his way. It's no wonder his reflections are still read today in meditations, offering timeless wisdom for personal growth. You don't need to be a Roman emperor to benefit from this practice. Start by setting aside just 5 minutes at the end of each day. Ask yourself, what did I handle well today? Where can I improve? Over time, this habit sharpens your self-awareness and helps you track your progress toward your goals. It's a simple yet profound way to stay mindful and intentional in your daily life. But Stoicism doesn't stop there. Up next, we'll dive into how adversity, something we often shy away from, is actually one of the most powerful tools for building resilience and growth. Trust me, this is where Stoic wisdom truly shines, so stay tuned. 4. Use adversity as a tool for resilience. Think about the last time you faced a major setback. Maybe it was something as personal as a health challenge or as frustrating as a career obstacle. Did it leave you feeling stuck, or did it spark something deeper, an inner strength you didn't know you had? According to the Stoics, adversity isn't just a roadblock, it's a tool that can sharpen our resilience and fortitude. The Stoics were no strangers to hardship. Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher, endured exile and personal loss, but his response was not to shrink from these experiences. Instead, he embraced them as opportunities to build inner strength, famously stating, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." This perspective can drastically change how we deal with setbacks. Rather than viewing challenges as threats, we can see them as opportunities to test and grow our resilience. Here's a relatable example. Consider the discomfort of physical exercise. While the strain can feel overwhelming at times, it's the consistent pushing through adversity that leads to growth, strength, and endurance. The same applies to life's emotional and psychological challenges. When adversity strikes, Stoicism teaches us to embrace the discomfort, knowing that on the other side lies a stronger, more capable version of ourselves. So, next time you face a challenge, ask yourself, how can this make me stronger? Reflect on what the hardship is teaching you and use it as fuel to propel yourself forward. But how can you maintain this resilience when emotions start to overwhelm you? Up next, we'll explore how Stoics mastered emotional control and how you can apply these techniques in your own life. Stay with me. It's about to get even more practical. 5. Control your emotions. Don't let them control you. Have you ever said something in the heat of the moment that you immediately regretted? Maybe it was a reaction to someone cutting you off in traffic or an argument that spiraled out of control. Now, imagine having the ability to pause, assess, and choose your response calmly and wisely. This is the Stoic approach to emotional control. The Stoics believed that while we can't always control what happens to us, we can always control how we respond. Marcus Aurelius, who faced enormous pressures as Roman emperor, knew this better than anyone. Despite ruling over an empire in turmoil, he wrote in Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Stoicism teaches that our emotions are natural, but they should not dictate our actions. Instead, we should strive to understand and regulate them, keeping our reactions measured and grounded. Take a moment to think about your own life. How often do emotions like anger or frustration get the best of you? The next time you feel overwhelmed by emotion, try what the Stoics called preparation for adversity. Visualize yourself in challenging situations and rehearse a calm, measured response. This simple exercise builds resilience and helps you gain control over your reactions, no matter how stressful the circumstances. Controlling emotions is a lifelong practice, but it's only one part of the Stoic puzzle. Up next, we'll explore why living simply, without the distractions of material excess, is essential for peace of mind and personal fulfillment. Stay tuned as we dive into the next life-changing principle. 6. Live simply and avoid excess. Imagine living a life where your happiness isn't tied to possessions or status, but instead to the richness of your inner world. In a society that often equates success with material wealth, the Stoics flipped the script. For them, true contentment came not from having more, but from needing less. The Stoic philosopher Seneca famously lived a life of great wealth, yet he practiced voluntary poverty to remind himself that material possessions are fleeting. He wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." Stoics believed that by living simply and removing distractions, we can focus on what truly matters: our character, our relationships, and our sense of purpose. Now think about your own life. How often do we chase the next promotion, the latest gadget, or a higher paycheck, only to find that the satisfaction fades quickly? Stoicism challenges us to shift our focus from external validation to internal fulfillment. A simple life doesn't mean living without. It means living with just enough, freeing us from the constant desire for more. By embracing frugality, not only do we gain clarity and peace of mind, but we also realize that true wealth comes from within. But simplicity isn't just about material possessions. It extends to how we approach our relationships with others. Up next, we'll uncover how Stoicism teaches the power of empathy and how understanding others can enrich our lives in ways material goods never could. Don't miss this next part. It's one of the most rewarding Stoic practices. 7. Cultivate empathy and deep connections. Think of a time when someone truly listened to you, when they didn't just hear your words, but really understood your feelings. It's powerful, right? Now imagine how much richer your relationships would be if you approached every interaction with that level of empathy. For the Stoics, cultivating empathy wasn't just about being nice. It was essential to living a meaningful life. Marcus Aurelius, one of Stoicism's most iconic figures, wrote extensively about treating others with compassion. In Meditations, he reminds himself to always remember that every person he encounters is facing their own struggles, and that empathy is the key to building meaningful connections. Stoics believed that by putting ourselves in another's shoes, we could better understand their perspective and respond with kindness and wisdom. This deep understanding doesn't just help us forge stronger relationships, it also helps us navigate conflicts more peacefully. Empathy is often overlooked in today's fast-paced world, but it's one of the most rewarding habits we can cultivate. The next time you find yourself in a disagreement, pause and ask, what might this person be feeling or experiencing that I'm not seeing? By practicing empathy, we not only improve our relationships, but also our ability to lead a life that aligns with Stoic virtues of justice and compassion. But the Stoics didn't just stop at empathy. They knew that true personal growth requires lifelong learning. In the next section, we'll explore how Stoics embraced continuous self-improvement as a core part of their philosophy. Stay tuned, because this is where the journey toward wisdom really takes off. 8. Commit to lifelong learning. Imagine a life where every day brings new opportunities to grow, where learning never stops, and where each experience, good or bad, adds to your wisdom. The Stoics lived this reality, viewing lifelong learning not as a choice, but as a necessity for personal growth. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus famously said, "It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows." This mindset drove Stoics to continuously seek knowledge, not just through books, but through daily reflection and observation. For them, wisdom wasn't an end goal, it was a lifelong pursuit. Even Marcus Aurelius, despite being one of the most powerful men in the world, spent his life learning, questioning, reflecting, and growing as a leader, philosopher, and human being. Now take a moment to think about your own life. How often do you seek out new knowledge or challenge your own assumptions? Stoicism teaches that the key to wisdom is embracing humility, recognizing that there is always more to learn. This could be as simple as reading a new book, learning a new skill, or reflecting on past experiences to draw valuable lessons. Every day is an opportunity to grow, but it requires a conscious effort to remain open to learning. But here's the real takeaway. Lifelong learning isn't just about gaining knowledge. It's about transforming yourself into a better version of you every single day. Up next, we'll dive into one of Stoicism's most empowering lessons, practicing gratitude and acceptance. This is where the Stoic philosophy truly shines, so you won't want to miss it. 9. Practice gratitude and acceptance. Picture this. You're stuck in traffic, late for an important meeting, and frustration starts to build. Now imagine shifting your mindset, not by wishing away the traffic, but by accepting it for what it is, and turning your attention to something positive, like the music on the radio or a few moments of peace to gather your thoughts. This is where Stoicism's lessons on gratitude and acceptance come in. The Stoics believed that life is full of events we cannot control, but that we can always control how we interpret and respond to them. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, wrote, "Accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs?" The Stoics encouraged gratitude for life's circumstances, both good and bad, because each moment is an opportunity to grow and develop inner peace. Take a moment to reflect on your own life. What are the small, overlooked things that you can be grateful for right now? By focusing on gratitude, we train our minds to shift away from dissatisfaction and embrace the present. Stoicism teaches us that gratitude isn't just about appreciating the obvious blessings, but learning to find value in life's challenges, knowing they shape us into stronger, more resilient individuals. And here's where Stoicism really sets itself apart. Acceptance isn't about resignation or passivity. It's about recognizing reality, letting go of resistance, and finding peace in the process. With this final principle, we bring our journey through Stoicism full circle, reminding us that growth comes from embracing life exactly as it is. Thank you for being a part of this journey into Stoic wisdom, and if you're ready to take these lessons further, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss out on more content that can help you live a more fulfilling life. As we've explored, Stoicism is more than just an ancient philosophy. It's a practical guide for navigating modern life's challenges. From focusing on what we can control to embracing adversity, each of the principles we've discussed offers a powerful tool for personal growth. The Stoics remind us that true strength comes not from external achievements, but from mastering our inner world. Whether it's practicing daily reflection, cultivating empathy, or finding peace in simplicity, these Stoic lessons can transform how we live. Now, think about the principles that resonated with you the most. How can you apply them today to create lasting change in your life? Before you go, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Which Stoic principle do you plan to focus on first? Leave a comment below, and if you found this video helpful, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more content that helps you live a purposeful, empowered life. Thanks for joining me on this journey, and until next time, stay strong and stay stoic.